Picture this. It's a crisp fall day in 1789, and James Madison, our future fourth president, has just penned a collection of amendments known as the Bill of Rights. The very first amendment he writes becomes one of the defining features of American society and a beacon of hope for freedom-loving people worldwide. This amendment reads, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances." In the seemingly complex legal jargon of the 18th century, these 45 words convey the fundamental principles that shape and nourish the democratic spirit of the United States. 5 crucial freedoms emerge from this text: the freedoms of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. These rights are not just historical footnotes. They are dynamic and vibrant, playing out in our everyday lives, often in ways we don't even realize. Today, we're going on a journey navigating the intricacies of these 5 freedoms. We'll shine a light on each, exploring their implications and how they apply in real-world scenarios. So buckle up, because understanding these rights is not only fascinating, but it's also empowering. By the end of this video, you'll be able to appreciate more fully the rights you have as an American and how to ensure those rights are respected. This isn't just a history lesson. It's a masterclass in democracy. It's your user's guide to the First Amendment. Let's get started. The First Amendment guarantees the freedom of religion, which is a broad right embodying 2 main principles: the Establishment Clause and the Free Exercise Clause. The Establishment Clause is a unique feature of American society. It means that the U.S. does not have a state religion, nor does the government favor one religion over another. This clause emerged from a desire to avoid the religious conflict that plagued Europe. As a result, Americans have the freedom to follow any faith or to follow none at all without any fear of governmental preference or interference. It's a principle that values and protects diversity, and it has been instrumental in shaping the nation as a haven for religious freedom. The Free Exercise Clause, on the other hand, is about individual liberty. It gives you the right to practice any religion you choose. Whether you want to attend a church, synagogue, mosque, temple, or no place of worship at all, that's entirely up to you. You can pray freely, read and teach religious texts, and observe religious holidays. But this freedom isn't unlimited. For instance, activities considered harmful to public welfare, like human sacrifices or illegal drug use, aren't protected just because they're done as part of a religious ritual. Finding the balance between religious liberty and public safety is a delicate task that courts often have to navigate. Suppose law enforcement wants to disperse a peaceful religious gathering on public property, arguing it disrupts public order. In this scenario, it's important to know that your rights under the Free Exercise Clause protect this gathering, provided it is peaceful and does not infringe on other people's rights or public safety. Authorities cannot interfere simply because they don't agree with your beliefs or because they've received complaints about the nature of your gathering. Remember, the Free Exercise Clause is there to ensure that your right to practice your religion is respected. That being said, it's equally crucial to ensure that your gathering does not disrupt public order or safety. Blocking traffic, creating excessive noise at night, or engaging in behavior that is threatening or offensive could be grounds for legal intervention. This is where the balance between religious liberty and public order comes in. Practicing your faith is a right, but it's also a responsibility to ensure that your actions respect the rights and well-being of others. The freedom of speech encapsulated in the First Amendment allows you to express your thoughts, ideas, and emotions without fear of government censorship or retaliation. Free speech is at the heart of a functioning democracy. It allows us to share our ideas, challenge others, and in the process, learn and grow together. It protects unpopular speech, ensuring that minority views can't be suppressed simply because they aren't widely held or because they're controversial. This freedom is broad and encompasses different forms of expression, not just spoken words, but also nonverbal communication like art, clothing, and gestures.
Hold the fireworks! Is this star-spangled ride through your First Amendment rights is lighting your sparklers? Give that like button a salute! Still a Lone Ranger? Join our patriotic parade by hitting the subscribe button and ringing that Liberty bell. And remember, your voice counts here just like at the ballot box. so drop us a comment below. Now, let's march forward with some knowledge.
In this scenario, your right to do so is protected under the freedom of assembly. You and your fellow protesters can gather peacefully to express your shared views and voice your opposition. This right is a powerful tool for citizens to make their voices heard and affect change. At the same time, you should be aware of potential restrictions. For instance, you may need to obtain a permit if you're expecting a large crowd, planning to march in the streets, or using sound amplification equipment. Also, your protest must remain peaceful. If it turns violent or threatens public safety or order, law enforcement has the right to intervene. So, while organizing or participating in such events, remember to respect the rights of others and the rule of law. Your freedom of assembly is a powerful right, but with it comes a shared responsibility to maintain peace and respect for all. The freedom to petition gives you the right to appeal to the government in respect to grievances. This right is fundamental to holding our government accountable. It allows citizens to express their needs, desires, and discontentments to the government without fear of retaliation. You can voice your concerns, ask for changes in policy, or even challenge the government's actions. Whether it's signing a petition for a cause you care about, writing a letter to your representative, or filing a lawsuit against a government agency, these are all examples of exercising your right to petition. However, like the other First Amendment rights, this too is not without limits. The petition must be for a legitimate purpose. Frivolous lawsuits or petitions that serve to harass or intimidate could face legal consequences. Also, while the government is required to allow your right to petition, it isn't always required to respond or to take the action you're seeking. Imagine you're deeply concerned about a new policy that you believe negatively impacts your community, and you decide to start a petition. In this case, your right to create and circulate a petition is protected by the First Amendment. It's a meaningful way to bring your concerns to the government's attention and rally support from fellow citizens. The power of a successful petition can be monumental and can lead to policy changes, making it a vital tool for civic engagement. This right is about ensuring your voice can be heard. It doesn't guarantee the outcome you desire, but it's still a significant part of the democratic process and an effective way to participate in civic life. Public vs. private property. The differentiation between public and private property significantly impacts how First Amendment rights are applied. Public property refers to property that is owned by the people. This includes places like parks, streets, and sidewalks, often referred to as traditional public forums, because they have historically been open for public expression. On public property, your First Amendment rights are at their strongest. You can peacefully express your views, carry signs, and engage in other expressive activities such as busking or soliciting charitable funds. This is because sidewalks, as public property, are intended to be open spaces for public use, including the exercise of First Amendment rights. These spaces belong to the public, and as a taxpayer, you have a stake in them. Private property, on the other hand, is owned by individuals or businesses. The owners of private property have the right to control the use of their property. For instance, a Walmart can prohibit you from distributing political leaflets, or a homeowner can prevent you from protesting on their lawn. Understanding the difference between public and private property can help navigate real-world scenarios. Unpacking the full spectrum of your First Amendment rights can seem like a daunting task, but it's key to fully participate in and appreciate the nuances of our democratic society. The First Amendment is your steadfast ally, fostering your freedom to think, speak, express, assemble, and petition, the cornerstones of a vibrant democracy. Your tax dollars contribute to public spaces, reinforcing your right to use these spaces within the law's boundaries. Public parks, streets, and sidewalks aren't just concrete and grass. They're forums for the exchange of ideas, the peaceful expression of beliefs, and a testament to our collective ownership and responsibility. So continue to engage, express, and question. Your voice and your opinions matter, and they're protected by the very fabric of our Constitution. Understanding this is not just empowering, it's a responsibility we all share.
Much love. I appreciate each and every one of you that takes the time to come and listen to what I have to say. You are loved by me and God, and I am grateful for all of you. Much love. Thank you for being with me today. May God bless you, each one of you. Keep shining. peace.